say. But
Yeah, I mean,
like we got pre-orders, some new reveals, like some just all these nice goodies where we can get our brains flowing.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I guess we could just start with like the surprise drops or releases for the was it the Cyclone sketchbook
Yeah, the
series?
sketchbook series. So give me a second. I gotta like look at the. I'm looking at Toy Habit's website on it. So oh, here we go. All right. So the first off, I'm just surprised that it showed up. The other thing that
Yeah.
surprised me was
Mhm.
uh was the fact that I mean, well, I'll get to the packaging art later, but they but man, look at this guy. Okay, so let's see. We see some pictures.
Yeah, he is super cool, and I gotta say, until I saw the Gar head for
Yes.
Cyclone,
Yep.
I thought it was a whole new figure.
He
Like,
makes agreed. So here's the only thing I'm curious about because like if you notice that they have like a but like you have the option of either having the yellow on the top, the green in the bottom, and the
yeah.
red on the side, or you want the green on top, the red in the
Well,
bottom.
don't forget, there's one with the red on top on the figure itself.
Yeah, yeah, you got options.
Yeah, that's I don't know. I have
I'm
no
joking.
idea.
I'm mocking you about this
Yeah,
guy.
I know, but still, it's like it's kind of weird because it's like, what are they trying to show us?
Right,
You know,
right.
what I love even more
Yes.
is is what the listing is named. Master of the Universe Origins Retro Punching He-Man and Skeletor 80th Anniversary.
Yep. Typo.
Someone at Target is gonna lose their job.
It won't be from us, that's for sure.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna like jeopardize another person's job, but
well, yeah, no, I mean, obviously, like someone else already probably called it out anyway. Then
right,
again,
right.
for all we know, it may still be like that, or they might have changed it. You know?
Well, I'll check later on. I mean, is there a link here to see if that's the case? Let's just see. I'm gonna check just out of curiosity.
No, they didn't
Nope,
change it. It's still
nope,
the
it
same.
didn't. Yep, yep. Oh, he's
Yeah,
totally gonna lose his job after this.
yeah, definitely. Plus, I just checked my phone.
Hey. Oh yeah, yeah. But
Oh,
look,
I can't even see it.
so here's the thing, whenever it came, I remember we had a fun conversation when it came to the last sketchbook series reveal we got.
Yeah.
So here's just my question for you. Like,
Okay.
what, since, I'm sure some people are going to look at him as like a, a retro version of Cyclone and put him probably like as an alternate reality of Cyclone or something to that effect.
Uh huh.
So for me, I'm not really into the alternate reality stuff. I usually like to repurpose these guys as new characters. So
Yeah.
what do you think? What do you think of like a fun name for this guy would be? Like at the moment, I'm thinking like
Typhoon. That's what I'm naming.
Typhoon.
Yeah.
Oh, Typhoon.
Yeah.
I was thinking about Turbine.
Oh, that's a good one too.
Yeah, because if you
Yeah.
notice, let me see if you see a picture of his back. Like, cause like there's a yeah, there you go. Let
Yeah.
me see if you
Yeah,
look
he's
real
got those little
closely.
like jets. Yeah.
Yeah, like I was thinking
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
calling him Captain Turbine or something like that.
Oh, that's a good one too. Yeah.
Yeah, because he kind of has like that like a very retro Captain Flash Gordon kind of thing going.
Yeah. Yeah. No, he totally does. And like I said, I thought he was a whole new character. Like I thought it was like a Mattel Creations thing, and then I realized, wait, this is Target. So
Yes, yes.
it's like,
I'm. I just love the ray gun.
yeah, that's pretty cool. And I bet you will see all these parts sooner or later. I mean, the legs and the crotch area, that's all like old pieces. Because if I'm not mistaken, those are Snake Man parts. Like
Well, the legs, these portions, yeah, that's definitely Snake Man. This
that's
area,
Manny Faces.
that's Manny Faces. The forearms and the legs are new.
Yeah, but the upper legs
Yes,
and the top half of the lower legs, I believe those are also Snake Man parts.
right. So all I
So
can
it's
say is
like,
we'll see.
yeah, it's about 50% new parts.
Yeah, I'm curious to what's their plan is because they're giving all this new tooling for a completely unique character.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
hoping.
That just goes along with what I'm thinking is like, who are they going to make out of this afterwards?
Right, right. Like maybe it might be like what do we call it? That 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 uh that 4 pack of random characters. Maybe we'll get another one like next year where these
Maybe.
parts happen to be in part of the setup. But man,
Yeah.
I love that. I love this torso unit, man.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
But here's the thing that really caught my eye, which is the packaging. Because usually the packaging, the box usually kind of gives hints to the next character. So like
Right.
if the packaging is not here, no, it's not. No, it's not. Give
Of
me a second. I'll look for it.
course. Yeah.
Give me a
That,
second. Let me get out of here. Stop. Okay. Give me a quick second. I'll look for the packaging art because I thought it was going to be in that little set right there.
okay.
Is this it? Here you go. All right. Here we go. Let's see. Can you see that?
Yeah.
So look at that beautiful art, man. But here, this guy
Yeah.
right
I've
here.
seen this. I've seen this. I mean, yeah, that guy. Who is that? Oh, that's like that looks like a new guy.
It's you ready?
Yeah.
It's concept sketch.
Too
Too
bad.
bad. Yes.
Oh. You know what though? I mean, it's
Yes.
kind of hard to tell because it's blurry,
Right.
but the right side head looks like it has an eye patch.
Yep. Yep. So how
And
about this? Sorry.
well, yeah, because I'm thinking, you know who that kind of looks like?
Ooh.
Blade.
Blade match with Sarad.
Well, that doesn't look like Sorad, but I get what you're getting
Close
at.
enough. Close enough.
Yeah, yeah. You know what also I also find interesting is that we've
Right.
got this what the hell is his name? Monstroid, was it?
Yes. Yes. The robot.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be nice. It'd be cool if we got this.
Right.
Because if I'm
Right.
not mistaken, he's a bit on the pricey side as far as masters like
Yeah. He's
non-figures
huge.
playsets go.
He's
Yeah,
huge. So,
yeah.
and and plus, well, who knows? Maybe the Mattel membership thing will help us get a Monstroid.
Clubs. Yeah, maybe. I mean, maybe that'll be something that we can vote on. And
Yes.
yes, just for all you fans checking out there, I did join Club Grayskull.
Woohoo.
Yay! I,
Woohoo.
dude,
Yes.
I ordered
But
that set. I ordered the hero and the the club set. I got Voltec and I got Geldor. Dude, they came super quick.
they
Super
better.
quick. Yeah, I was like it showed up even before I was going to check that it was gonna show up.
Mm.
You know? So it's kind of crazy.
You gotta let us know what you think of those things when you unbox them.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Trying to
Um
look for the sketchbook. Sketchbook. No, because I'm looking at the notes. Okay. Well, how about this? Uh, the cool thing is that Toy Habits actually released a link of all the potential sketchbook characters.
oh yeah.
Yeah. So here we go.
Oh yeah.
So you see right there. There's the.
There's the too bad.
Yeah. I don't want to go further into detail because a lot of this is just purely speculation. But I just want to
Sure, sure.
just show that guy right there, just so you can get an idea of what sketchbook Too Bad might look like.
Yeah, if we get them.
Right. If we get
Well,
him.
probably more like when we get them at this point.
You know, I'm thinking now that we got that little hint that he might be coming, uh, I'm thinking that that's going to be what the twofer is for the actual Too Bad. What I
Okay.
mean by that is that so at least when they make the Too Bad mold, they at
Mhm.
least can get a twofer out, a twofer out of Too Bad. Ah.
Uh, yeah, yeah. No, that's probably likely because Mattel's not gonna let that mold go to waste.
Exactly. Yeah. Plus, I mean, because if you notice, when it came to the cartoon collection, Too Bad,
Hmm.
they used that torso to make Two Bop Steady,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They did. They did.
and
I think
I
I still
doubt,
need that one.
right, and I doubt they're going to use that to make a Too Bad. I doubt they're going to use that torso to make MotU Origins Too Bad. So
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, I know it's just all these sub names and crap.
yeah.
But
Um,
oh my god, I'm surprised that we're already 3 figures in when it comes to the sketchbook series.
yeah, it seems like they're kind of jumping in, feet first with the sketchbook series.
I
You
hope we
know,
get more stuff. I kind of hope we get the stuff that we're supposed to get, but we never got, like the mummy, the horde mummy, or
oh
the
yeah,
or that
yeah,
big
that'd be
brain
cool.
creature.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that could potentially come out,
Hmm.
and I feel like some of the sketchbook series stuff, like, will also go towards stuff that we're supposed to be getting in the future that to finish off the regular line. At least that's
Right,
my theory or speculation. It's more speculation.
right. I get what you're saying. Like, I feel a lot of these more unique figures, or I would say experimental figures. I think
Yeah,
we're probably going to get them, and the purpose of them is to try to like get as much out of mileage out of those molds to make room for the actual figures that we want.
yeah, exactly.
And when I say want, don't want, I mean it's all
Just
good,
finish off
like,
the line. Yeah,
right, to finish off the line. Like, I think it's just a way to support the line,
yeah, exactly.
because,
Yeah.
like, kind of like getting what's his name, the the guy with the mohawk, like I feel like they kind of created that character just to like get like more support for the other characters.
Oh, Geldor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Geldor.
Um, maybe.
Right. So,
I mean,
anyways,
he's kind of a generic character though. That's the thing.
yeah, easy to make because the parts are all there.
Yeah, like I think did he? I think he used Triclops' armor, didn't he? Yeah. So like the only real new thing was the head,
Oh,
which
the try is it? No, I think his armor is original. I
okay,
know his weapons are not original. Like maybe one or two, like one weapon is original.
okay,
Like, because
okay.
the other one of the weapons he's using is Ram Man's axe.
Right. Yeah, I do remember that.
So, but yes. So not only that, but man, we other than other reveals, we got Masterverse stuff going. Or do you want to
Yeah.
hold off the Masterverse later?
No, we could do Masterverse.
Okay. Well, actually, how about this? I'm looking at some of the pictures at Toy Habits. Okay, yeah, let's go. Let's go there.
Okay. Back
Just
to
give me
Toy
a second.
Habits.
Yes, back to Toy Habits. Best site to look for these things, man. They
And
cover
while Rob is
everything.
looking at that, I just want to remind all you fans out there to like, share, and subscribe. We need those numbers. And here we go.
Yep.
Back to
So
Toy Habits.
yeah, so if you
Toy
notice, like,
Habits. Sorry.
you notice that they have screen captures of all the stuff that Mattel just revealed in their social sites,
Yeah.
like Hordak. That's a great
That's
looking
a
Hordak.
very cool Hordak. Yeah.
I like
Uh,
this one even better than the first one they released in the Masterverse line.
yeah. I didn't remember that they did that.
Yeah, Masterverse, they kind of released a blue version with a white face,
Yeah.
and he had like a cloth cape, I believe. But this one, man, this was more based on the toy version.
Yeah, this definitely looks more like like Motu, not Princess of Power sort of Hordak.
Right,
If
exactly.
you get my meaning.
I
You know.
get what you're meaning. I get your
Yeah.
meaning. But yeah, I love
Yeah,
the
that's
bat
cool.
wings.
Yeah.
And then we scroll down here and Tila. So far,
Is
this is
that
all we got with Tila. So
is no is this like a new Eternia Tila or is this
it's
like
New
a
Eternia.
retro? It's new Eternia?
Yeah, yeah, it's New Eternia. But I wouldn't be surprised that they'll release the same character with different colors for this other subline they created called Vintage
I thought it was-
Collection.
or retro collection,
Yes, yeah, I think it's either Retro Collection or Vintage Collection.
right? Which is
I mean,
basically they're just redoing the
class
actual vintage classic characters in the Masterverse line, right?
right, to make them a little more true to what they could look like if like as a
Yeah,
what
I
they
don't
look
know.
like close to their vintage design, I guess is the right word.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know that picture. I don't know the picture.
I
That's
need
not a
more.
very good looking picture.
Yes, I need
I'm just gonna
more.
say that because like I don't know, like okay, she could hold the pose, cool, but like I can't really see more. Like I don't know, like it's at a weird angle where like I can't really tell how good the figure looks.
Right.
You know?
Well, the only thing I could say that seems to be something that this one's better at with the other releases of this figure is that Cobra head, it seems like it's a separate piece.
Yeah.
The what you call it, the frill is a separate piece to the head. So it looks like the character can actually have some head movement while having that
Okay.
headpiece up.
Yeah.
You know, I'm talking about this thing right here. Like,
Yeah.
what do you call
Yeah.
it?
I know what you mean. Yeah.
So that's the only thing I could think of. But I'm hoping that this figure actually has probably a secondary head where the helmet is off.
Yeah. It probably will.
Right. So, and then we scroll down here, we got Cobra Khan right there.
That looks cool. They
So
give him. That's the camo claw. The camo con hand.
that's what I'm thinking, because like since if I'm not mistaken, the lore dictates that Camel Khan and Cobra Khan are one and the same. It's just
Right.
that Camo is like an upgrade to
Right.
to Cobra Khan. So I'm wondering when it came to this new Eternia version that they kind of want to carry elements of both versions of Cobra Khan.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm
He looks good though.
yes.
I love the like the scale on shorts. Like it's all scales.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
That's pretty
yes.
cool.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. But if you look at like there, he's got a little
A little
screaming
snake
cobra
head.
on his
Yeah.
belt buckle.
Yeah.
So here's my question. I'm wondering how this character will look if his parts will be compatible with an Origins book.
Ooh. I don't know. That's a good question.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? It's kind of interesting though. It's like I don't know if you noticed. If you look at his chest, it looks like there's a seam there.
Right
So
here.
like does that? Yeah, like there. So I'm wondering
It
if
might
that
be a
comes
button,
off
like a button.
or a button or something. Yeah, like
Yeah.
that's interesting.
Yeah. The problem is when it comes to out of all the figures we've got, excuse me, Cobra Khan and Tila, we only got like these little screen captures, so it's up to anybody's interpretations.
Right.
But I love that pistol. It almost looks like a Beretta, like a futuristic Beretta.
Yeah. How is his boots looking?
Let's see.
Okay, it's not
I'm
bad.
think, yeah,
It's kind of basic.
it's a reuse of an existing character, that's for sure. I just can't
Okay.
pinpoint my thoughts on who,
Yeah.
but let's
Overall,
see.
though, it seems like a pretty cool like update.
Yes, yes. I would love to see more pictures because it seems like, well, based on Terra Claw Skeletor, we might be getting the Snake Men in the Masterverse line.
Oh, gee, you don't say. Those can't be snakes. No, no, no. That's just some sculptures from Snake Mountain. That's all.
Yeah,
It's not King Hiss.
yeah. That's either that as a pack of ferrets with really long necks.
Oh yeah, yeah. Ferrets. Ferrets were really long. Oh, maybe they're weasels.
Weasels, yeah,
Oh.
weasels from a person who doesn't know who are not good at references on weasels. But yes, yeah, seriously, I feel like this might be a hint for Snake Men because Mattel's marketing they don't waste space like this. So
No, no, they don't.
and we got Shira going.
That looks pretty cool. And
Yes,
obviously, we're gonna get Mantenna.
probably.
He's
Yeah.
right there on the box.
Yep. Oh, maybe we got Peekaboo as well.
You mean Looky?
Looky, my mistake. Yeah, I
Yeah, because Peekaboo is a different character. That's the only reason why.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I'm not a big POP fan, so
you work in a toy store long enough, you
And what's
learn
that
new
toy store
things.
again?
Oh, what Museum of Nostalgia at 3127 31st Street in Astoria, New York?
Yeah, they should give
Yeah.
you a a bonus for just popping in from that store.
Yeah, well, you know, I do have access to stuff there, so
Right. But anyway, speaking of access to stuff, man, we got some ninja action going.
very cool. Very
Yes, yes.
cool. Enjoy, not Turtles of Grayskull cool, in my opinion, but still
Right.
very cool.
Oh, absolutely.
I think
The
this one comes with three new heads, though, if I remember correctly. Or
you're
not three
yes
new
and
heads, but
no.
three heads altogether.
Yes, and you're close. It's masks. It's
Oh, okay, they're masks.
it's technically two masks, but since what you can put on this face, so technically you get three faces.
Right.
So like, and they don't seem to show any pictures of it,
Yeah,
but
because I know I've seen it. I think I saw it on Instagram, on Mattel's Instagram. They had
yep,
like pictures of like what they come with.
yeah, like one is like a demon mask, the other one's like
Yeah,
this weird fake human face mask.
right. That's why I thought it was a head because it's like I guess it's the mask.
Right, yeah,
Yeah.
you can actually remove them and switch it with this head. So,
Okay.
but it looks good so far. And then we got
Yeah.
the vintage collection. That's what it's called. Not retro, it's vintage.
Okay. It's
We got
vintage.
corrected now.
Yeah.
But so we got supposedly Faker and
And
Stratos in
Stratos.
the vintage
Yeah.
collection. So here's my question. I mean, I know this picture is not clear enough, but I'm wondering if there's going to be a difference between the vintage collection and the Masterverse, I guess, basic collection. Is if they're basing this on that He-Man, that 40th anniversary He-Man we got from the Masterverse line, do you think
Right.
they're going to have like that broad chest? Like, you think this Stratos is going to have that broad chest, or is it going to just happen to look like a like use the normal Masterverse body? Did I lose
A
you?
little bit.
Oh well, if you notice, you see
That's
this
yeah.
the
That's the He Man.
right. When it comes to the He-Man and the Skeletor, they're using a broader buck torso right here.
Uh huh.
So I'm wondering, is Stratos going to have that torso, or is he going to have the smaller Masterverse torso?
I think he might have a bigger torso. And I'll tell you why.
Why?
Stratos is generally a repaint or slash retool of
Right.
Beast Man. And
Oh.
yeah, you forgot about that, right?
Right.
Yeah, because like I'm like looking at those arms and legs. I'm like, yep, that's Beast Man.
So
Look
you
at those,
think he's
especially
using
those legs. So it's either gonna be the same size or maybe even a little bit bigger.
right? I'm surprised they're not using the bare feet.
Yeah, I just noticed that. I'm like, oh, he's got, I guess, like I don't know, like slip-ons or
Shoes,
something. Yeah,
loafers.
yeah.
Oh boy. So and we got Blade.
Speaking of Blade,
Yep.
yeah, nice. I forgot. That's right. And they showed him off at that Mattel revealed event.
Yeah, but they showed him in box. We didn't get like a
Yeah,
full look of this guy, but look at this
yeah.
guy,
No, he
man.
looks cool, man.
He's got all that
Like
gear and everything.
we Mattel, please make an Origins version. Please, I'm
You
begging
know
you,
that
Mattel.
they're make.
Please, please make a Blade.
Maybe that's going to be what the voting is. Who should we get first?
Ooh, that'd be cool. Yeah, because I honestly, I don't want to have to convert an or Masterverse figure into Origins for Blade.
Well,
Like I just want to get a Blade in Origins, and that's that.
well, deep down, I think they're going to go. They're going to get to Blade eventually. It's just a
Yeah.
matter of when. So the question is, how long are you willing to wait?
Oh, as long as they do them, I can wait.
Right.
As long as it's necessary.
So with this, is Masterverse Blade going to be a pass for you?
Yeah.
Fair enough. I mean, it's a great figure nonetheless.
No, yeah, absolutely. Like
And
he's fantastic.
I'm happy for everyone who's going to get him.
Yeah, same. But
So
it's not really gonna fit in my collection.
agreed, understood. But speaking of figures that could fit in your collection. What about these retro figures?
They look pretty cool, but you know what?
Hmm.
I was at the Museum of Nostalgia, and guess what I got?
You already
The
got
most
them.
powerful man in the universe.
Nice, nice.
Spring's kind of messed up though, but this is an original vintage He-Man,
Yeah.
and
Can you still do the
no, yeah, it's the spring is shot.
right?
It's shot unfortunately, but still, like, he's cool. You know, it's He-Man. You know,
Of course.
he's in really good shape too.
But for what it's worth, for anyone listening who's planning to buy the new versions that are released only exclusive to Target, I checked. I read somewhere that they do have the spring action, just like the one you got. Your
Yeah,
figure has.
yeah. Which is cool. I don't know. Some of the details look a little soft though. You know,
Well,
like
I'm.
look at his face, and then look at the details on that picture. Like
Mhm.
the details, they look a little soft. You know.
Yes. The best thing I could say is a lot of. I know I keep saying this when it comes to figures like this, but I think we need someone to actually have like who actually owns this figure just to give a comparison, like Pixel
Oh,
Dan.
so you're saying it's comparison time?
Yeah, we're gonna need a comparison time to see how good or bad this figure is.
Eh, maybe someone will make the sacrifice. I don't know.
Hmm. But regardless, it looks amazing. It's, for those who are gonna own it, I'm so happy for those who own it. And
Yeah,
speaking,
actually, I was thinking about getting it up until like yesterday when like I picked up the Skeletor at
right?
Museum of Nostalgia,
Hmm.
and then this He-Man came in, and I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm done. I don't need to get that 2-pack.
Yeah,
You know, I mean, and this He-Man, aside from the fact that it's missing, you know, like the spring is shot, like
right.
it it just needs a power sword because I just added on the shield. This
Hmm.
is an actual vintage shield, and he's
Right.
got his axe. You know, so
Yes.
all I need is his power sword and a working spring. But other than that, he's in good shape. Like even the legs, like they're sturdy. Like,
Good,
you know, they're not
good,
jiggling
dude.
all over the place.
Hey,
You know.
you got a piece of history, man.
Yeah, I know.
But me personally, I'm off the top of my head, I might get that vintage set, but I think I might keep it in box, depending on how good the box looks.
Yeah, yeah. I don't blame you.
I mean, because like since I already have a bunch of He-Mans that are articulated already, and the only reason why I want to open them is just like, I mean, I just don't see a point to open them if I were to buy one.
Yeah,
But it would just look great just to have as a display of the box itself. So I'm curious to see what the box art will look like.
yeah. Or like the packaging in general.
Yes,
Then
exactly.
again, it probably will be a box because it's two figures in the
Hmm.
set. So yeah, it's probably going to be a box, which means it's probably going to have some really cool art on there.
Right. I'm wondering if it's going to be kind of like a box with a plastic window, or is it going to be like a box where it has like a
Like a
slip where
flap.
you have a flap or some sort?
Yeah, yeah. Um, I don't know. I'm sure it's going to look great though.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
But aside from those figures, we got some pre-orders up for a lot of stuff we've seen at Toy Fair.
Yeah, like that Orko there,
Mm-hmm.
which I foolishly only ordered one, so I should probably order a second one to make Orko's uncle.
Right. Right. Well, hey, you own a 3D printer. Why don't you just 3D print a body?
That's gonna take a lot of
Right.
time and effort, and I'm gonna need to, I don't know, make the actual figure itself.
Yes. Either way, well, I mean, maybe you could just do like a 3D print of the just a still pose.
Um, maybe, or I could just pre-order it again as we speak.
There you go. Give Mattel more money, right?
Yeah, shut up and take my money, Mattel.
Yes, yes. And regardless of, to be honest, I'm not gonna buy this guy, but I won't deny the fact
Oh,
it's an amazing figure, a
the
Grizzlor.
Grizzlor?
Yes.
Yeah.
Plus, he comes with a mirror.
Uh, let's see. Hold on a sec. I mean, yeah, he's not bad. I mean, he's it's Grizzlor. Like I don't know. I it looks like the show version, but like there's certain figures I just don't want to get
Right.
for
I
cartoon
get you.
collection.
I get you. Yeah, I'm the same. I mean, I'm looking forward to see what people think of them when they
Yeah.
own it.
I mean, it looks very good. It looks very good.
Oh, agreed. Like it looks even better than the one that Super 7 released.
Yeah, I like Super 7 most of the time, but every so often they'll put out product that I'm like, you guys, I don't know how you messed it up, but you did.
Yeah, that's a story. It's a story. Another story for another time.
Yeah, yeah, I
Trust
guess
me,
so.
I could talk about Super 7 all day. I mean, oh boy. But speaking of which, on a figure that you do want,
Yes, because I pre-ordered them already.
I love getting figures like this. Like, characters that are just completely obscure. That
Yeah,
just.
or like in a sense, to me, it's like a new character
Mm-hmm.
because like we never got him in the vintage line.
Right.
You know.
He's like one of those characters where that there's not enough story behind him, but it kind of encourages me, the owner, creating a story for him
Yeah,
or building up to his lore.
yeah, yeah. And he's like just in the general sense, like he's another goon of Skeletors to have around. You know.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah.
So
So
like,
I'm happy for everyone's owning him. So, but let me ask.
oh, you're not gonna get him?
No, I'm not gonna get these guys. I'm a little more picky than you when it comes to these things. So, but
Well, you know me. I like getting new characters, and
right,
I use quotations because Fangman technically is not really a new character
right,
because he's been around for a while, but it's it's new as a figure.
yes, he, like he's one of those like I've said before, he's like such an obscure character. There's not enough lore for him, so
Yeah,
it's he kind of he kind of like reverses into a new character since there's not much on him. So
yeah. Let alone like a regular like non-classics figure for him.
no, there is a classics figure for him.
I said
Oh, my
non-classics
mistake.
figure.
My mistake.
Yeah, it's all good.
But
And just for the record, I ordered another Orko
just right now,
just now as we've been talking. Yeah,
hey, you never know. Maybe tomorrow they're gonna be sold out.
exactly. So better that I do it now than never.
So when you receive them, can you lend me one of the not can I get one of the mini comics since you're gonna technically gonna have three of
Yeah,
them, right?
you can totally have it. Yeah.
Sweet, sweet,
I mean,
sweet.
I'm sure I'll have a couple of extras because I think Fangman's in the same wave also, right?
Yes, he is.
Yeah, so I'll have a couple of extras.
Yeah, and that infinity ring and everything, man.
Yeah.
So let's see. Do we have any more? Yep, and we got
Shadow
Shadow
Weaver.
Weaver is also a pre-order.
Yeah, but she sold out on Amazon.
She sold out on Amazon. Were
Yeah,
you
I'm
able to
pretty
snag
sure.
one?
No.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I know. I'm annoyed about that.
Yeah, sorry. I guess I was one of the lucky ones.
No, it's so good.
Yeah, it's just the only thing is like there's no picture on my pre-order. So
Yeah, yeah. When I went to go check the pre-order, there was no picture also.
but yep, I'm excited for her. I think she's coming out. Let me check my dates. Because I actually wrote the
August?
dates down. Yep. Yep, you might be right.
August 4th?
Let's see, Shadow Weaver. Because I wrote on my list. Shadow. Yep. No, it says June.
Oh, really? June.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'll double check on my notes, but last I checked, it was June. So for anyone listening, you're welcome to correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
So let's see, we got her, and Bo is also a pre-order.
Yeah, Bo's a pre-order. Did I get him? I think I did get him.
Yep.
Let me see. Let's see, Orko.
Yes.
Oh no, I did get the Shadow Weaver.
Oh, there you go. So I'm guessing.
So wait, was it Bo that I didn't get? Oh, it was Bo that was sold out. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Because the Bo sold out, right?
I haven't had a chance to check, so
I'm pretty sure he is.
right.
Which is crazy, because you would think, oh, no one's gonna order Bo.
Right. I guess we've been proven wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
I figured Shadow Weaver was gonna go sold out.
Yeah, but no, she didn't, which is insane. I mean,
Hmm.
hey man, that's cool. More power to Bo, but
Yeah.
damn it, I wanted one.
Right. Yeah. Well, my gut tells me. Well, okay. Let me put it this way. There's a part of me that wants to believe that a lot of stuff we're talking about that's been sold out is wave two. Well, the next wave, I guess you would say, because since these figures are coming in waves of three, the wave that's upcoming
Yeah,
is Orko, Fangman, and Grizzlor, and the following wave is this guy right here,
is
Whiplash,
Shadow Weaver, Bo, and
Weaver, and Bo.
Whiplash.
So I'm
Yeah,
guessing that technically that's supposed to be a placeholder. The links for Bo,
yeah,
Shadow Weaver, and Whiplash, I think those are placeholders. And but if you're lucky to get it in, like we're lucky. So my gut tells me that.
yeah,
So you pretty much know what I'm getting at. So I'm thinking that
yeah.
once release dates are closer for Bo and Whiplash and all these other figures, we'll probably get
Right.
pre-orders up for them. So I wouldn't worry.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm not too worried either. Like I'm sure I'll probably like find them on like at very least at Target or something.
Right. But I think it'll be available in Amazon too.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Like I said, I'm not too
oh
worried.
my God! But speaking of other releases, we got Mumra.
Dude. Oh man, all
I'm,
those Thundercats. As soon as you sent me that link, dude, I got them all. I'm like, I'm not wasting any time at all.
yeah, no
Let me
hunting for
just
you
get
for these
them.
guys. You can't risk it, right?
No, no, because the last thing I need is an incomplete set of Thundercats. You
Yes,
know,
yes. I mean, I feel
and these
like
guys look amazing, and they're expected to ship in July.
yeah, I'm pleasantly
So
surprised at how they've approached them. It's like because I remember when we talked about it, and I'm sure this was the thought that everybody had was we were all hoping that they would that they would look super close to their vintage look,
yeah,
but then Maya was always curious if they were going to modernize them in some way, and we kind of got the best of both worlds where we could customize them with modern parts.
yeah. They got eternified, so to
Yep,
speak, but you can still have their classic look, which is great.
yep, yeah. Like, but for certain characters, like, excuse me, for certain characters like Chitara, they kind of look like a completely brand new figure. So I would assume that some people will probably like repurpose the quote unquote modern look as a separate character, almost like maybe Chitara's sister or
Possibly,
something.
I don't know. I
I
mean,
mean,
I'll probably just display them without any of the Eternian gear.
mhm.
You know.
I'll probably do like a mix of both.
Oh, I am not feeling that line now. Not
Yeah,
with
well,
that.
with that tiara, I mean that face guard.
Yeah, no, I'm not feeling that.
I'm not opposed to the armor.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to the armor either. Like if anything, like if I were to leave anything Eternian, I would leave everything but the face mask
Yeah,
or the face guard. Because like even the boots look fine to me.
right.
You
And
know?
man, that sword of
Oh,
omens,
dude, that
man.
sort of omens looks way better than the Funko Savage Worlds version.
Are you thinking about selling it now or what?
Maybe, maybe not. I don't know if I do. And you want to pick it up, it might end up at the Museum of Nostalgia, 3127 31st Street in Astoria, New York.
Well, how about this? If you, well, how about this? Whenever you get a new, whenever they release a figure for this new crossover line, maybe you could sell the Savage World counterpart just to compensate for the sale, to compensate for the funding.
Maybe, yeah, maybe. I don't know. Gotta see. Gotta see.
Right, right. So and we got hit. Oh yeah, Battle Cat Man.
Yeah. He looks good with and without the helmet.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he? I'm hoping we get.
Oh shit! I didn't even notice.
Excuse
He
me.
has bare feet.
Yep.
That's cool.
I I'm curious if they're gonna do a twofer with this figure and release him as Panther Man.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if they do.
Uh, but I'm wondering, since I didn't get any good pictures of it, I'm wondering if they're gonna use the. Are they using the Andre the Giant body with this figure?
I don't think so. Doesn't look like it.
Excuse me a second. Let me just
Yeah.
can I mute my mic?
Uh,
I didn't want to torture anybody by blowing my nose.
yeah.
But yeah, I'm wondering if they're using
I
the
don't think so.
larger MotU body.
Because like even though I've seen the Andre the Giant figure,
Hmm.
and then, like, he's not like he's got some girth to him, and it's Battle Cat's not like that.
Got
It's not the buck.
all right. I'm just curious if it were the case, but
Yeah.
whenever you get Battle Cat, you always get He-Man. So
Dude. He didn't go for pre-order yet though, right?
no, he did not.
Yeah.
'Cause he's wave. Well,
It's
as
wave
far
two,
as
right?
the
Pretty sure it's
the
wave two.
yeah, yeah, it's just all these numbers keep throwing me off. But yeah,
Yeah.
when it comes to Thundercats X MotU, he's wave 2.
Yeah. This sword is really interesting the way they redesigned it.
Mm-hmm.
Because like the eye of Thunder is like right in the middle
Yes.
of the hilt for the power sword.
Yeah, it's like they cut it like right there.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what I just noticed?
Yes.
The helmet for He-Man.
This thing right here.
Yeah, that's the helmet for 2000X Battle Cat. Look at it carefully, dude. That's the helmet
Mind
for.
blown.
Yeah, yeah, bananas.
Yes.
And yet again, I think we called this out last time. Like the chest armor is the line for Eternia.
Yep. So speaking of which, that reminds me. I was I was thinking about because like again like whenever it comes to these characters, I don't do like alternate reality stuff. I
Hmm.
I like to repurpose them as new figures.
Right.
So at the moment, this is the placeholder. I'm thinking about calling him Preternos.
Huh. Interesting.
And the reason why I'm calling him Preternos is because he's kind of like how King Grayskull that he's an actual character
Yeah.
who was named after the castle. Or wait,
Uh,
the castle was
the
named
castle's
after
named
him.
after. Yeah.
So I'm kind of playing off that idea that this character that when this figure is on my shelf, I'm gonna repurpose him as that there was actually a guy named Preternos that the castle was named after him.
Yeah.
So because like, and I'll probably have him stand next to Vipor, and
Huh.
hopefully we might get like a Castle Grayskull man down the road.
Yeah, dude, I would love that.
Yeah, so like an avatar for Preternia, the avatar for Snake
Yeah.
Mountain, I guess,
Yeah.
and the avatar of Grayskull. Like this is where my headspace goes when it comes to MotU.
There's a link for.
Is it Amazon?
Yeah, it's Amazon.
Yeah, it says temporarily out of stock.
Okay, it's out of stock.
Right.
That's
So
probably just a placeholder for now.
yep. And we got Tigra.
Nice.
So I remember I read somewhere in a Facebook
That
discussion.
is kind of interesting.
Yep.
Because he's got like that weird green armor.
Right. So that's what I wanted to bring up. Like I was reading some message boards on Tigra, and one person
Mhm.
kind of said this, and I can't get my head out of him being this way, is that he looked when you give him the armor, he looks like a furry Mandalorian. You see with the T
Yeah,
and the way the armor is designed ish, it kind of has like a Mandalorian kind of look to it.
yeah. This
But the
looks good though.
yeah, I like the fact that it's transparent green. I mean, the
Yeah,
armor is transparent plastic.
yeah,
Kind of gives like a holographic look, you know, because since he's
yeah,
the master of illusions.
yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yep, and let's go down. We got my
Looks like
boy.
they're using all the same similar or like those boots. Yeah, the
Yes.
furry boots.
Hmm.
They're the same for He-Man and I think Lionel also.
Let's take a look. Yep, yep. It's probably the same one. Trying to get as much mileage out of those
Right?
boots.
Yeah, and I'm sure Lionel has the same one too.
Yeah, let's. Yeah, I think. Well, no,
Oh
his
look,
looks his
oh no
look a
no,
little different because his like
those
the
are tops
tips.
at the top. Yeah.
Yep, there.
Like,
Yep,
yep.
yep. They
See,
totally look alike. Yep.
but the Panthero has the same as the Battle Cat, where it's like cut off.
Yep, right there.
Yeah.
So here's my question: Do you think Panthro might be like a deluxe figure, kind of like Mum Ra? Because Mum Ra is a little more pricier than the others.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe, but it's very obvious that at very least they're trying to make him like the man at arms.
Hmm.
You know.
I agree to that. This is where I'm going to be a little picky. I'm not digging the fact that he has such long arms,
Yeah. He just look a little. I don't know. It looks weird.
lanky.
Yeah.
Because
Or
I've
like
always,
gorilla armed.
yeah, like I have always seen Panther as kind of like like a very stocky guy,
Hmm.
and he just makes him look a little thinner with those elongated.
Yeah. I mean, his arms are too long. If you think about it, like if he were to stretch out his hand,
Yep,
dude, they're almost at his knees, and you know that's not right.
right, exactly.
Like proportionately, like it should be a little bit above halfway through the thigh because they're
Mhm.
curled hands, they're not straight.
I'm curious if we might get like some customizer create like some special parts to make him have more proportionate arms.
Um, Maybe, but then again, you know what? This could also be a prototype, and they could correct that later on.
I hope so.
Yeah, yeah, me too.
I'm saying that I really hope so because I'm not digging it.
Yeah, no, those arms are way too long.
Yeah, and it sucks. This Panther is one of my boys, so
Yeah, just about everyone loves Panthro.
yep. And I think that's about it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Looks
Yeah, they're
like.
just repeating it from the other figures. So, but yeah, man, like MotU, they dropped some good bombshells and pre-orders and everything, man. It's like,
Yeah,
God bless them.
yeah.
Let's see what we
That's some
got.
good stuff.
Cyclone, Ninja, package art. Yep. So we pretty much got everything about MotU. So just out of curiosity, I remember you mentioned something about Eagle Force. Is that something you want to talk about, or?
Yeah. Just like you know how basically we're in the middle of this O-ring revolution,
Yes.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I don't know if you remember the line Eagle Force, but it came out like it about the same time as GI Joe, but they were like 3-inch figures made of metal. Um, they were pretty cool, and
Did it release a Kickstarter not too long ago?
um, actually a while ago.
Mm.
Um, and so they have 4-inch figures, but was it about a week ago? Maybe 2 weeks ago. Oh, this is like 2 weeks ago at
Yeah.
this point. But back on the 21st, they showed a preview of one of the first figures um, for the Eagle Force Classic line of O-ring figures
Right.
because the original line was not O-ring figures. The Kickstarter was like 25th anniversary, 50th anniversary builds
Yep.
like GI
Yep.
Joe.
Mm-hmm.
And so there we have Avatar as an O-ring figure, Savitar.
Nice. I love the
Yeah.
rain hat.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, normally he has kind of like this kind of like diamond shaped head.
Mm-hmm.
Um but this is this is them using uh the molds from Legends of the Hidden Force,
Right.
which is an O-ring line of ninja figures.
Yep.
And they're using that to make Savitar, which is awesome because it's not 100% exactly
Hmm.
how the vintage figure was, but I mean, this is pretty good if you ask me.
Clever reuse of parts, right?
Exactly. I mean, sometimes that's what you got to do, especially nowadays when what you call it, with tariffs and everything going on.
Yes.
You know,
That's, I
it's
hate to
just
say it, but that's gonna worry me when it comes to buying in the future. Will we? I feel like it's gonna force me to become a little more pickier with my purchases.
yeah. I agree with you, and honestly, like I may just be forced to like not buy certain things. So I don't know. It's gonna be rough.
Right. Right.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
very rough.
But that's just nothing to do with politics. Just worrying about spending. Going forward.
Yeah. So yeah, just real quick, this is what the vintage figure looks like for Savitar.
Oh, it looks. That's what it originally looked like, right?
Right, right
So
there.
so the with the use of that hat, it's like that's their own way of trying to create the illusion of that look.
Right.
Very clever.
Yeah. 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 It's pretty cool. So I'm super excited for this figure. And like I like Eagle Force. Like I actually had that ninja figure.
Hmm.
So like for me it's pretty awesome to like have that as an O-ring figure because that's one thing that I always wanted to have is like an O-ring compatible figure because like 25th anniversary style figures, they're great.
Yes.
They're technically 1/18 scale, but that means that they're also technically taller than O-ring figures because O-ring figures are 3.75
Right.
inches.
Well, you can make those like more beefier guards and stuff, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm probably gonna just aim for the O-ring figures, because also they slowed down working on the regular 4-inch figures
Hmm.
for Eagle Force,
Right.
which you could find at BBTS. And I have most of those figures anyway.
Yeah, but the cool thing is, I remember I when we hung out one day and you showed me that O-ring Zaymont.
Oh, with the suit?
Yeah, the suit, like it
Yeah,
felt
yeah,
great. Like it felt great holding that figure. Like
yeah. And that was Super Seven.
yes,
Like Super Seven, bravo! They're doing excellent work with the O-ring figures.
yeah. Regardless of how
It's
much beef I give Super Seven, they do good stuff.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's yeah. Most of the time, they hit the mark, and then other times it's like we expect better from you. You know,
Right.
like what the hell? What happened, Super Seven? What
Yeah.
happened?
Yeah.
But
But anyways, going back to the O rings and the Eagle Force and stuff.
yeah, um, yeah. Hopefully, we'll get more figures out. Like, I know that that line is supposed to go direct. It'd be sold direct through
To
BBTS, if I'm
consumer.
not mistaken.
Oh, it's going to go through. Oh, so it's being distributed through BTS.
BBTS, yeah, Big Bad Toy Store.
Hmm.
So, I don't know. Like once I find out more, I'll let you know and let everyone else know, so they can enjoy some O-ring figure Eagle Force figures.
Indeed. So I'm looking at the clock, and
Yeah,
we're
you want
we're
to take a break?
hitting. Yeah, we can take a break, and when we come back, we're going to be talking about another part of the fandom, which is some upcoming trailers for some movies and TV shows coming out this year.
Yeah, that's right. It's gonna be a really big summer.
Yep,
And on that
super
note,
super
we're going on
fantastic
break.
summer.
Yeah, super fantastic. All right, see you in a bit. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do.
Haven't had a chance to cover, which is movies and
Yeah.
television. So, and we kept talking about it. It seems like we're gonna get a great year for movies. Like we got Superman coming out in
Yes,
July.
that's right. We got also Tron coming out.
Ooh,
Tron
Tron.
Ares.
Oh yes, Tron Ares. The the only downside is coming out in November.
Yeah, that's the only downside.
Yep, we got that. We
Uh,
got Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four. Yeah, that's a big one.
Yep, and this is completely going left field. We got Naked Gun coming out, a new version.
Oh, really?
Naked Gun with Liam Neeson playing the main character,
Okay.
and
Uh,
it's produced by Seth MacFarlane.
Interesting.
Yep, the Family Guy thing. But even though we don't have a oh, and these are two other these little news tidbits that caught my eye. Excuse me. We don't have any trailers for it yet, but I just found out we're going to be getting a new movie, a Predator,
Nice.
a new Predator movie called Predator Badlands.
Very
And
cool.
and the cool thing about, well, okay, let me just tell you what I've heard about it. The premise is that it's gonna be a predator, a Yautja, whatever they call those things,
Yeah.
and he's gonna be a good guy.
Huh.
So I mean, well, or better yet, what's not a good guy, a protagonist, if you will. So
Yeah, yeah, I know what you meant.
yes, but anyways, that's the like I'm open minded to it, but the thing that's making me feel I have a little more hope for this project is that it's being produced by the guy who did Prey.
Okay, that
So
was
and
good.
that was a great movie. So
Yeah,
that was probably the best Predator movie since the first one. I mean, the second one, I would say, because I love the first and second one. And
yeah.
actually, I kind of like the Robert Rodriguez one too. Like, I
Oh,
really like that one.
Predators was it
Yeah,
with the S at the
Predators.
end?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
The only one I wasn't a big fan is The Predator.
that was the one that was after that, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yes.
I did
But
not see that one.
no, you're better off not watching it.
Yeah,
Like,
clearly.
okay. But I will say this. If you do plan to watch The Predators, the best way to watch it is to watch it as if you're watching a comedy.
So pretend I'm watching an episode of Family Guy.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. But in any case, the other thing I want to bring up is when it comes to Predators, I mean, well, Predator, the Badlands, is that they're also releasing simultaneously a an animated anthology series, uh, Predator movie called Predator Killer of Killers.
Oh, interesting. Kind of
Yeah.
like what they did with Animatrix.
Yep, with
Animatrix.
Animatrix, kind of like that. It was like an
Yeah,
anthology series. So
yeah,
I'm excited for because, dude, I'm a huge Predator fan.
yeah.
So, I mean, like, I've had so much fun watching them and everything. So, like, I'm hoping that this new movie is something that's gonna, like relaunch the Predator franchise
Yeah.
to something brand new and stuff.
It's funny you should mention Predator because, like,
Yeah.
yet again at Museum of Nostalgia, I picked up. This was like last week though.
Yes.
Like, we got in the Gorilla Alien and the Bull Alien
Oh
from the
yeah.
Aliens collection.
Yep. Yep.
So I picked them up.
That
So I'm
Kenner
like,
thing, right?
yeah, the Kenner ones. They're really cool. Like, I don't know if I would get all of them, but I probably would end up getting most of them. Like, I don't want the human figures because I mean the characters are fine, like from the movies and stuff,
Right.
but it's like I just kind of don't want them in that scale.
Right.
That's
Right.
that's the issue with me. It's like it's the scale.
Not even Ripley.
No, not even Ripley.
Oh.
Like not even the Power Loader. Like if like Hyatt Toys did them, or like I actually what am I saying? I have some of those figures as reaction figures.
Oh. Oh. Right.
You know, so like because that's my size. 3.75. So I have
But
some of the reaction figures. I have some of the Predators. I have some Hyatt Toy Predators, or is it Hot
mm,
Toys? I forget. I think Hot Toys. They released them in Japan, for AVP, the
yes.
first one.
But going back to those Kenner figures,
Yeah.
you said there was which one? What were the ones you said you wanted to cherry pick, or?
Oh well, I mean, I don't know what else is in the line, but like, if it comes into the store, I'll get it.
Oh
You
boy.
know.
Like I think they got the Gorilla one, the Scorpion one.
That's the one that explodes. Yeah,
Yeah,
we have part of that one, but we don't have the whole complete figure.
of
So
course,
I'm
it
like,
exploded.
yeah, exactly. That one like explodes when you hit it or whatever. But like, yeah, I just have like two out of the four from the first wave
Right.
because the fourth one was the Queen Alien, which I actually sold to them because I
Is that
was
the
like,
one with the pump?
yeah, in the back of the head, and then
Yeah, the air pump.
yeah, like it's a good figure, but like it's not of like how the Alien Queen is actually supposed to look. You know,
Right.
it's a little off model, let's say.
Well, it's
Um,
a Kenner figure. What do you expect?
yeah, but they did. The thing is, they did the egg chamber playset, and that's more like the way she's supposed to look.
Oh, that one. Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, and there's even like I think it's Super Seven did one for the reaction line also, which is even more accurate. You know,
Super 7, of course.
well, I mean they do. Like I said, like, and this is seems to be the running theme for today's episode.
Yes.
It's like Super Seven. When they hit the mark, they hit the mark,
Yeah,
and
Super
when they
7 ain't so
miss,
bad.
what the hell, Super Seven? What were you thinking?
Yes, yes. But let me bring up a picture of that alien queen you were talking about. So at least the viewers who don't know what we're talking about get an idea.
Yeah.
So let's see.
Okay. While you bringing that up, I'll get the aliens.
Is this it? What you were referring to? So while he's looking it up, I'm guessing this is what he was referring to, which is this accurate alien playset. This is the one you were talking about?
Yeah, that's the one. The Hive playset. Yeah.
Right. And this is the one you sold, which is this one right here.
Yeah, that's the one that I had. I mean,
Yeah,
she's not terrible. She's not like completely off model, but
right.
she's a
But I
little
think
off model.
she was the budget one where you this is the cheaper option
Yeah,
by
like
comparison to the other one.
yeah. Hey, what's that? The cross cell.
This one? Oh wait,
Scroll.
this right here?
Yeah. Okay, that has some of the later line.
Yep, I think this is the Wave 2 line.
Yeah, because I see the bull. There's the scorpion. Yeah, like the first three with the queen is the first wave.
Right. Yep, the gorilla, the scorpion, the bull,
Right.
the face hugger. And I think this is Wave 2.
Yeah, I think
These
from
figures.
the face hugger and up is wave two.
Yep, yep.
Maybe even three, because there's like
Yeah,
a
because I
bunch of
remember,
figures.
yeah.
That
Then
rhino one looks kind of cool.
mm-hmm. Yeah, let's see if I can blow that up. Can you see that? Or did it go? No, it didn't. Yep. I'll just blow it up like there. So, but yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, but oh, and going back to some movie, you ready to show some of the Kenner figures or?
Yeah, yeah, I got it right here. See, this is a rhino.
Look at that, man.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And then like there's a switch on the side, and if you
Mm-hmm.
press it,
Yep.
the head pops out. And then
Action
there's another
features.
switch on the spine where you can make the head move.
There you go.
Isn't that cool?
Oh yeah, totally cool, dude. I miss having action figures on my toys.
Yeah.
Let me rephrase that. I miss having action features on my action figures.
Yeah. Yeah, and then like you know, this is the gorilla one. He's big
Yep.
and beefy, and then he's like you know,
Yeah, exactly.
got this kind of like hugging action, you know.
Right.
So then we could take like this He-Man, and the alien will just be like ah.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. But the thing is, Alien's a great movie. So and
Yeah.
and the reason why we're talking about the thing is, Vic and I, we love toys, but we also love watching movies that are based on these toys. So so going back to Predator, I'm so excited for it, and I hope for the best. But the other news I wanted to bring up is a confirmation of this cartoon. Oh yeah, that's the other thing we love. We love cartoons as well, and we got this cartoon coming up. we got confirmation that's going to be released at 2026. It's this cartoon called Coyote versus Acme.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
that was almost gonna get binned.
right, yeah, along with the Batgirl movie.
Yeah. Did they pick that up? No, they just picked up the Acme one, right?
Yeah, they just picked up the action movie.
Actually,
It's a studio called Catch Up Studios.
that's right, it's Ketchup Studio. But they also picked up another Warner Brothers project that got canceled.
They just released a movie called the Day the Earth Blew Up.
Oh, they released it already?
Yeah, it's been released, but it's small
Okay.
what do you call it? Limited
Like a
theater
limited
run.
Yeah, like a limited run. Yeah.
Yeah, I would have watched it, but it just came out of nowhere. So
I didn't even know, but I was waiting to find out when it was gonna start playing.
it played like last 2 weeks ago. So
And is it out of the theaters now?
I mean, let me go check real. I will check real quick on Regal. Like it's been out for a while, at least 2 weeks as of late. Last I
Yeah,
checked.
because I wouldn't mind going to see it.
Right. Let's see. Daffy. Let's see. The day. Okay. The day the Earth blew up. Yeah, it's still running, but it's just limited theaters. Like there's only one theater playing at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Really?
Which is Monday. So it's like you could watch it. Oh, okay. Seems like the last day it's going to be on theater is Wednesday.
Ah, it's
right. And there's only one theater. Well, based on the website, there's only one theater playing it. It's 10 o'clock in the morning.
Really?
Yeah, 10:30 in the morning at Regal Union Square.
10:30 in the morning. Ah, that sucks.
Regal Union Square. So, I mean, if you're not working that day, good luck.
Yeah, unfortunately, I am working that day. Otherwise, I'd be like, yeah, let's go see it. But
right. Yeah, sorry, dude.
It's all good.
But in any case, yeah, like this, like Catch Up Studios is becoming my new favorite place.
Yeah. No, yeah, that I mean that's pretty awesome that they're doing that.
Yep, they got the rights to play Coyote versus Acme. Man, when I heard what the premise, I mean, let me say this. I don't even know what the premise is, but the moment I heard this title, I knew what the whole idea behind it is.
I only know one other thing about that movie.
Share?
Can't see me. John Cena's in it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's I heard that too. But yeah. But you know what the premise is?
Supposedly, like what the Coyotes suing Acme because of their defective products.
Right.
I mean, I've seen like one or two pictures floating out there.
Right.
No, but I mean that sounds really cool. Like I'm totally down to see that.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna act like the Wile E. Coyote versus the Roadrunner is like my favorite cartoons, but I always watch them, and I always feel bad for the Coyote because he never gets his.
Yeah. And he always gets the short end of the stick. Let's say.
Right, and it's all because of Acme.
Yeah. Or is it?
Well, that's what we're gonna find out when it comes to this movie.
Yeah, that's right.
Because we're gonna see if it was his fault for faulty, or was Acme just really that bad?
Only one way to find out.
Exactly. That's why I'm really excited for 2026 when it comes to this film.
Yeah.
But man, but we just mentioned Superman. So did you see that 4-minute extended trailer?
It looks great. I mean, it's I don't even know if it was like it's supposedly they're calling it a sneak peek. But
they just
it basically shows a little bit extra after Crypto brings Superman home. I don't want to spoil it for anyone who hasn't seen that sneak peek yet, but if you want to go see it, go see it. Maybe I'll remember to put the link in the description.
Right. Oh boy, but if we're not talking about spoilers, all I could say is, man, I'm curious to hear what people's opinion on crypto is after what they see that extended trailer.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, and I think I said this last time. Like, my only issue is that crypto's supposed to be like a beagle. Other than that, I'm totally fine with crypto. Like, they're using crypto. Come on now. Like, unless it's like that movie that had The Rock as crypto that was like 3D animated. Like, you normally don't see crypto in a Superman movie.
Right. Yeah, because when it comes to live action movies, it's like they Hollywood wants to be a little more serious with their stuff,
Yeah,
but the one of the reasons why I like James Gunn so much, especially with his body of work, is that he embraces the crazy and tries to add gravity to it.
yeah, yeah,
Because that's what he did with Guardians, and I love Guardians,
yeah. No,
and
the Granny series is great. I mean, I don't like the way things ended for Pete and Gamora, but it is what it is.
right,
They're all good films, you know.
yeah, you can't blame him. It's a freaking alternate reality universe.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Like I said.
Right, right. But and not only that, but James Gunn, I loved his take on the Suicide Squad. Uh, so like I the fact that he's bringing in crypto, that was a pleasant surprise, and
Yeah,
I think that's one of the reasons why I'm excited for this film because of that alone.
yeah.
He's like, wow, you're bringing in crypto, like, oh boy.
Uh,
So yeah,
for-
and we got some other trailers that we want to talk about. So like let's see, we got ah Megan, Megan 2.0.
meh,
Not excited for Megan.
wasn't excited for the first one.
Oh, did you at least see the trailer for Megan?
For 2.0, no.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll just put it this way: the they're just embracing the crazy, like
Okay.
because like the Megan, the way Megan one came off is like a horror movie. That's pretty much Chucky, right?
Yeah, that's part of the reason why I'm like, eh.
Right. So the thing is with Megan, how about this? If I show you the trailer, would you be interested to watch it? Or you just want me
The
to tell you what I
trailer
saw?
or the movie
Yeah,
itself?
the trailer.
I mean, yeah, I'll give it a shot.
All right. So give me a second. Let me just roll up this trailer because I was just so surprised at what they played off in the trailer. So do.
Okay, I can see what you were saying when they about embracing the crazy.
Yes, yes.
You know what it is? A major part is just the way Megan looks. It's like it's just too much for me. It's
This is
just
the
too
fact that
much.
she looks like a doll.
Yeah, there's it's hit that peak of uncanny valley where like it's just so unbelievable to me.
Right.
You know?
But for me, like I was all in on the Megan thing.
Yeah,
So that and I'm I'm at a point where this thing is just so bonkers that I think I just might watch it just for it being a train wreck. Like they went full on Fast and the Furious on this thing.
yeah, yeah, they kind of did.
But yeah, like I'm excited just because of how silly it is.
Yeah,
And
I mean, it looks like it could be good, but I just, like I said, I just can't. You know?
no problem, no problem. I'm not holding it against you, but it's just
Yeah,
but the reason why I'm just sharing my own interests is that I feel like this is something that it's either going to be so good or it's just going to be so bad that it'll reverse itself into a good.
I mean, become good. Yeah, yeah. No, I definitely agree with you on that. It's yeah, yeah, because it's a lot. It's a lot to
Right,
take
right,
in.
right. So, but yeah, but speaking of embracing the silly, I saw the trailer for Naked Gun.
Oh, okay. There is a trailer for it.
Yes, it's a teaser trailer. Have you seen it
Okay.
yet?
No, I have not seen it yet.
Oh
So
boy, so we're gonna get Victor's actual reaction
action. Yeah.
to to this trailer. So give me 1 second. Let me just roll this up. So here we go. And whoa.
Multiple SWAT units responding to hostage situation.
Hey, little girl, stop! What do you want, little one? Your ass.
What?
Police! That's the sound of the beast! That's the sound of the police! That's the sound of the beast!
Who are you?
Frank Drebin, Police Squad. New version.
That's the sound of the police!
Hi, Daddy. It's me, Frank Jr. Love you. Hey, Dad.
Oh shit!
What do I miss you?
Sound of the police!
Oh man.
Oh man, dude, I gotta see that.
Yeah. Like first off, I gotta say the guts to actually address the OJ.
Or not.
Right.
Oh my god.
I feel, just my opinion, but I kind of find it comical that they imply that this is a reboot, but not at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, clearly it's like,
Hey, Dad,
Yeah.
I happen to be named after.
I know. That's what I was like, oh my god. Like, as soon as I saw that, I just, you know,
The fact that they had every other version.
yeah, all the other characters from the
It's like,
series. In
hey,
there.
Dad, I miss you too.
Oh
And the thing
man,
is- excuse me.
they didn't give a date on that, right?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
I have to double check. But hold up. Look, sorry, let me just mute that. Let me just see. August 1st.
Oh, August 1st. Okay,
Yes.
so summer movie. That's good.
Yep. Exactly. After January, February, March, June, July. After Superman.
After Superman, after Fantastic Four.
Yes. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. So, man, I guess you say it's a naked August. Listen. I'm sorry until I could come up with another name for August, but
Yeah. We might just have to leave that one alone.
right, definitely. But the thing is, like, I feel like Liam Neeson is the perfect guy to play this character because he's so deadpan.
Yeah. I mean, the funny thing is like I'm watching that trailer, and in the back of my mind, I'm like, I have a particular set of skills, blah blah blah. You know, like that whole thing. From
Exactly.
Taken.
Yeah. Ever since he did that movie, that just reinvented his career.
Yeah, I kind of did, which is kind of good, I guess. You know.
Oh yeah, I love Taken.
Yeah.
I'll tear the whole Eiffel Tower if I have to. Oh man,
Man.
that is just such good. I'm still laughing at the fact that they commented about the OJ character, and they actually had the guy say, "Yep, not touching that."
Yeah. It was just, I was like, yep.
It's the fact that they addressed it that just makes me laugh.
I know. It's like, I mean, I don't know. Thinking about it, like, I really hope people don't get up in arms about that. Because, you know, there are people out there who are like, oh, but you said OJ, blah, 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 blah. You know, like, everyone knows he's a killer. It's like, but they didn't, like, it's not like they praised him or anything like that. You know,
Right.
they were just like, yeah, we know, but we're not touching it. That was
Right.
basically the gist you get from that whole little bit.
Well,
You know?
I kind of look at it almost the same way as I looked at the Beetlejuice movie. Like,
Oh yeah, with the dad.
yeah, with the dad, that since he was a known criminal,
Yeah. They just kind of like
I don't want
they
to
had
say
him in
it.
it, but not really. Sort
Right.
of.
Yeah, like he was there but not. Like,
exactly.
So
I don't even think they showed his pictures, did they?
They showed his picture, but in the funeral.
Right.
Like when it came to every other scene, they chose to do like an animated version of him who looks kind of like him.
Right. Yeah.
Like a caricature of him.
Yeah.
So this is one of those cases where you're damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah.
So, and ultimately, I'd rather they address it, but they address it in a way of mocking the person that we all agree we dislike.
Or just tastefully.
Right.
Yeah.
Like what they did, that was enough for me. So
yeah. No,
like,
I agree.
I hope they don't like constantly rub it in. I'm talking about OJ.
Yeah. No, I'm pretty sure they'll leave it alone.
Right. With that little bit, because that was enough for me. Like.
Yeah. And you know the funny thing is like they addressed it without really addressing it, and that was, I think that was a very clever way of doing it.
Right, in the trailer, no less.
Yeah.
The fact that you got a reaction out of everyone, man, because like when I saw, I was like, oh.
Yeah. That was pretty cool.
So
I think, yeah. Go ahead.
So here's my personal like inside joke that's making me laugh.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious to know who's gonna play Frank Drebin's love interest.
I don't know.
Well, here's again. This is just maybe
that's
I'm the only
question.
one. Maybe I'm the only one who's gonna laugh at this. But there a few, like I think last year they did a documentary on Elvis, right?
Right.
A documentary movie. I will find it comical if they had the actress who played Priscilla play
from the
Gun.
Elvis movie?
Yeah, from the girl who played Priscilla play his girlfriend. And the reason why I find that comical is because in the Naked Gun movies, the girl who was playing Frank Drebin's love interest was the actual Priscilla.
Yeah. I was picking up what you were putting down.
Right. Yeah. You were connecting the dots the moment I was bringing it up, right? So.
Yeah. Because also I did remember that it was Priscilla Presley in those movies, in the original Naked Gun movies. I'm like, okay, I see where he's going.
Yeah, so I'll find it funny if they got the actress who played Priscilla Presley to play the
love
girl
interest for Frank. Yeah.
Yes, for Frank Drebin Jr. That was the best part, man.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, Dad, Junior here. Love you. The fact that everyone is like...
Man.
But, oh, boy. But other than that, there was another trailer I remember that came out Saturday.
On Saturday?
And, yeah, Saturday.
What trailer was that?
Tron.
Oh, yeah.
So, did you see it?
I did, but I wouldn't mind watching it again.
Oh, yeah. I watched it myself. So I'll just roll that one up. Let's see. We got it. Let's see. Here we go. And look, it's the mouse.
Yay.
Motorcyclist exceeding speeds of 120 miles per hour. Last seen heading northbound.
Unit 12, acknowledging dispatch. Already in pursuit.
I'm looking for something. Something I do not understand.
October.
Ready?
You know whose voice that was, right?
Jared Leto.
Because there's no going back.
That was Kurt Russell's voice.
I'm loving the cyberpunk music they're choosing.
Yeah, it's 9 Inch Nails, which is a band that I enjoy.
So your
Yeah,
thoughts?
that it looks good. I really hope they show Flynn. If not Sam, the older, the dad, the Kurt Russell.
Right.
I mean, I feel like the Kurt Russell Flynn will be there anyway, because they used his voice. But then again, it was just a teaser trailer, so it could just be for that. But I really do hope we see Kurt Russell, or even just what the hell was the kid from Legacy? That was his son.
Right.
It would be nice to see Cora also.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause,
Yep. That was her breakout role, if
Olivia
I'm not
Wilde.
mistaken. Yeah.
No, she was on the House before that.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, granted, I didn't find out until afterwards, but yeah, she definitely rose to prominence with that movie.
Yeah. Well, I'll say that for me, I discovered her when it came to that movie, Tron.
Same.
Like, well, I was like, she was the it girl at the time because of that film.
Yeah, she was.
So-
I think she did a couple other movies after that. But I don't remember what exactly.
Cowboys versus Aliens.
I did not see that.
Mm-hmm. She was one of the aliens in the movie.
Okay.
So, but here's my thoughts on this film. Based on what we were seeing, I kind of had an idea what it was, but even though knowing that, how it's presented, I love the fact that they're really building this up as like an alien invasion movie. And I'm really getting that vibe since we already know what we've seen 2 movies on how Tron's physics works in their world.
Right.
So seeing it applied into our world makes it really push the whole alien aspect of it.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it's interesting though that like we're seeing characters from the grid in the real world now, which kind of makes sense because if you saw Legacy, Cora got pulled into the real world.
Yeah.
So I think it'd be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see how and why they're coming into the real world.
Right. But you brought up, sorry, you were saying?
I was going to say, I thought it was kind of interesting that they seem to be focused on that Asian woman. So I'm wondering if she's part of the story.
Right.
She was a cop?
Are we talking about the human that looked up?
The Asian female.
Give me a second. Let me just, while you keep talking, I'll look at the trailer again.
Yeah, like they I forget what they're called. The thing, and he showed up, and she's looking up at it, and then she starts running.
Well, that girl, yeah, I assume she's a cop, but she's
dressed in regular clothes, so I don't know. Right? She's dressed in regular clothes, isn't she?
She's wearing like a vest, like either one or two things. Maybe she's the civilian that's just wearing a bulletproof vest or something, or
it looked like a regular sweater vest.
Okay, sure. It was so quick. Yep.
Yeah.
It could be, but yeah, that girl. But we were talking about the same girl. It's just, I for some reason I keep thinking she's a cop, but that's just my thought.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we're all talking about the same girl. So maybe she might be the main character, a focal character.
Yeah, she could be, or they could just be leading us with the trailer and it just be totally wrong. I don't know.
Yeah. But here's I'm curious if this will actually will it be its own thing, or is it going to be a sequel to what happened in Tron Legacy?
That's a good question.
Because I'm not even sure we're even going to see what happened to Olivia's character and Flynn's son.
Yeah.
Well, let me rephrase that. The ISO and Flynn's son.
Right. I feel like it may somewhat be connected only because Jared Leto's in it,
Right.
and he was in Legacy.
He was.
Um,
I'm.
I
I
just
don't
paused
even
it. Hold on,
remember.
hold on.
I don't even remember.
You want some dry food? Okay, hold on. Sorry, my throat was drying out.
I get you. That's the reason why I encourage these breaks.
Yeah, and I forgot to grab my water, as you can tell.
Mhm.
All right. And I'm going to unpause it and go.
So Jared Leto, he was in Tron Legacy.
Yeah, he was.
I checked online, but I mean, but you know that brings up a good question about Jared Leto because for some reason I'm seeing him in a lot of films, but a lot the ones he's been working on. I mean, the last two films I saw him was Suicide Squad and, and Morbius. So I'm curious.
Yeah.
On one hand, I'm curious on what his performance is going to be in this film, and the other hand, I'm just wondering who his agent is because he's pretty much everywhere now.
I mean, he does have. I mean, he's a fairly popular actor, so I don't know. I mean, he probably has money saved as it is anyway. He's done so many movies before.
Right, like he's doing this. He's actually going to be Skeletor in the upcoming MotU movie.
Is he?
Yeah, that's why I'm asking because like he has a really good agent getting
I
him.
think, I think part of it is also he likes to do like these kind of like pop culture type films. You know,
He hasn't found the right one yet.
I guess not. I mean, I thought Morbius was all right. You know, like granted, it wasn't perfect, but I thought it was at very least a decent film.
Did
Decent.
he? Did he actually say it's morbing time?
No, no, he didn't. Did he? I don't think he did.
No. Well, from what I gathered, you know, the funny thing is when it came to it's Morbin time, I actually looked it up, and he hasn't said it, but for some reason, everyone's trying to find a way to convince you he's saying it's Morbin time because like they actually had like a clip of the actual Morbius film, and then they had a scene where he's like this, and then you see like they cut the lips out and put fake ones, and he says it's Morbin time, you know, but it looks so off. He's like, it's Morbin time, you know.
Oh man, that's funny.
Yeah, but in any case, regardless of my opinion of his last few films, I hope he does well because like I really like the last two Tron films, especially Legacy.
Yeah, yeah. I even liked Uprising. That was the animated series I had on Disney XD.
Nice.
That was pretty good too.
But in any case, I'm excited for Tron. I'm happy that we're getting a Tron movie. So
Yeah,
I mean, did the last one? I mean, that's I don't know how to ask that question, but did Tron Legacy do well?
I believe it did well enough.
Right.
No, wait. I think it didn't make enough according to Disney.
On Disney's numbers?
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh well. But in any case, I'm excited. Like,
Yeah.
so
Speaking of Disney,
yes.
there's another trailer that I think you forgot about.
Which is?
The new Star Wars series.
Oh, there's a new Star Wars series coming up.
Yeah, dude.
All right.
And I have it queued up for you.
Do as I say. Never can be too cautious with strangers out here. Then again, you're no stranger, Lady Ventress.
We got a problem here. Just saw him right in.
What's the situation?
He was your best friend. Things have changed.
You took everything from me.
Who are you?
I was Count Dooku's lead assassin. I don't want that life anymore.
Bane? No one needs to die.
Get them.
You're gonna pay for what you did. This revenge, I hope it was worth it.
It will be.
Yeah?
Interesting.
Yeah,
Interesting.
pretty cool.
Yeah. Like I thought it was a shocker that they were gonna do a prequel series on Asajj Ventress.
I don't know. I don't think this is a prequel series.
No, my mistake. Well, you know what it is? The numbers are going all over the place for me. Whenever I say prequel, I always think about New Hope series.
Right, prequel
And-
to New Hope. Right,
Right.
gotcha.
But I guess this is us. This takes place in between New Hope and the Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah. Oh, actually, it could even be during. I don't know.
Around that
I mean,
time period. That's all.
Yeah, but definitely around that time period. Like, definitely after Revenge of the Sith. Possibly during Episode 4, A New Hope.
Well, it can't be after Return of the Jedi because
Oh no, definitely before Return, because we all
Because
know what
it-
happens to Cad Bane.
yeah,
Yeah.
So, but it looks interesting.
Yeah.
I think it's fun that they're choosing some very well known but very still obscure characters to build on.
Yeah. Did you notice she had a yellow lightsaber?
Yes, I remember.
That's not a very common thing.
Right, and they're still curved. So
Yeah, that was kind of interesting. So I don't know. I hope they kind of explain some of that, because I think it was the Honor Guard that had them during the era of the Republic era, like during the prequel timeline.
yeah, the thing is, when it comes to the yellow lightsaber, I'm not very familiar with the lore behind it.
Yeah.
So, but it's exciting.
Yeah.
The thing is,
Absolutely.
I haven't I haven't kept track of the Clone Wars series, but I'm guessing this is an extension to it because I noticed that she has like the weird
Yeah.
things on her lips. Now is like prevalent in her Clone Wars iteration, right?
Yeah. It's definitely like
The 3D Clone War cartoon. I want to
no,
make
yeah,
it
no,
clear
I
that,
know,
yeah.
I know what you meant. I mean, even if I thought the actual Clone Wars, it's still that
Right.
time period. So yeah,
Yes.
this is definitely after that. Like for sure. Just like how far past the Clone Wars, we don't know yet.
Right.
You know,
But
definitely before Return of the Jedi.
But in any case, I when it comes to Star Wars shows, I'm more supportive of Star Wars when they choose to like focus on the lesser known characters and build them up, like or smaller stories, like because that's how I remember when Mandalorian came up. That's kind of how it was presented. It was like kind of like a side story, but it built up to something more interesting as each season comes up. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping this thing kind of has that kind of success.
Yeah, I mean, besides Ventress, Cad Bane, they're two very popular characters, and I think this will just elevate them even more so in the eyes of the fans. So I'm hoping it's. I mean, I'm sure I will enjoy it, but I
Right.
hope other people will enjoy it just as much. Because
Yeah.
obviously, I am a Star Wars fan,
Right.
as evidenced by the shirt that I have on.
Yes. Yes.
Um, but yeah, that's pretty exciting.
I think we're all Star Wars fans to some extent, but it's just let's just be honest. Like I feel like there's been a lot of mistakes when it comes to the franchise, and
Yes.
I'm hoping that shows like Mandalorian and this show and other shows, just still try to like keep it alive.
Well, yeah. Don't forget, there's also Andor season 2. That should be coming out soon, if I'm not
Yeah. The
mistaken.
thing is, I'm not a fan of Andor. I mean, but I'm happy it's successful. It's just that
Yeah,
show's not for me. So
that's you know what, that's fair. And to be completely honest, like I think it's a little slow, but I stuck with it, and it kind of paid off. So I'm kind of glad that there's a second series, a season.
right. But I heard a lot of good reviews for it.
Yeah, yeah. It is good, but like I said, like me personally, I think it's a little slow, but it's not a bad series. It's not like super hot take here.
Right.
It's not like it's the Acolyte.
Yeah. The thing is, I haven't watched the Acolyte, so no comment.
Don't don't.
How's Skeleton Crew?
I liked Skeleton Crew.
I heard
Like
it was fun.
it is fun. It's kind of like Goonies version of Star Wars, or a Star Wars version of
I
Goonies.
believe that was the intent.
It quite possibly, but it's good, and it's like it's a one and done series. You know, it's like the the whole story is told, and like you don't even have to really like. It's a very unique story just set in the Star Wars world. So
Yes.
it's not like you have to really watch anything else to get anything out of it, really.
Right. Right.
Like as long as you know your Star Wars basics, like there's Jedi, it's a huge galaxy. The Empire was once running the galaxy. Like that's all you really need to know.
Right. Right.
You know. But I definitely recommend watching it if you haven't seen it yet.
Oh, it's on my list.
I think you would like it. I really sincerely think you would like it.
Yeah.
Acolyte, I think nah, you might not like it. I don't know. It's like,
Well, how about this? I do know some details about it,
uh-huh.
and the details I've heard makes me not interested to watch it.
Okay. That's fair. And I'm not even gonna really try and convince you to watch it because, like, it's I like watching it. Like, I get what they were trying to do, but it failed hard. Hard. It failed harder than what many people consider Kenobi to fail. Like it failed harder than that. Like I think Kenobi was fine. Like I feel like they went off track a little bit with focusing on Leia and not Luke. But other than that, like I thought it was a fine story. Like obviously it's not gonna get higher than a 7 out of 10 for me. Maybe a 7.5.
Right.
Um, but it's definitely better than the Acolyte. And I'm not trying to be like, oh, it's because such and such person did it and everything. It's like, no, it just wasn't a very well written story.
Right. Yeah. Politics aside, like
Exactly.
to watching when it comes to watching Star Wars, I don't base my opinion on politics. I base it on good storytelling.
Well, you kind of have to, because that's the basis of Star Wars in general. Like, they're
Basis of
just meant to
everything.
be good stories.
I get you. Yeah, from what I heard, like the details I heard, I'm like, what? Really?
Yeah.
Kind of moments. But anyways, but when it comes to Star Wars, there's another Star series, another series that deals with the stars. I always like to watch, and it's Star Trek. And I just saw the recent trailer for. I know my segues need work.
Well, you got me good, so I don't think
Yeah.
so, but okay.
but Star Trek, they just released a trailer for their upcoming Strange New World series.
Oh yeah,
Season
I
3.
started watching it. I need to sit down and finish watching it.
Oh my god! So let's take a look at the upcoming trailer, and then
Yeah,
we can have a
definitely.
discussion after that. Because
Yeah.
so let's see, do all the stuff that like my favorite episodes of Star Trek do. Like they talk about like all these topics that we're not comfortable talking about, but they talk about it within a sci-fi lens, which makes it so thought provoking and stuff. So,
Right.
and I already have personal favorite-ish episodes from both seasons that I will
Right.
that I actually do watch parties with another good friend of mine, where we just spend a whole month just watching our favorite episodes, just reminiscing on why we like these episodes so much. So not only that, I feel like it's also a big love letter to everything Star Trek. Because like, if you don't mind, I would love to just break down certain things that I picked up.
Okay.
Like, let me see if I can like, I'll mute it so I don't have to get the sound. Like, let me see if I can like, there's a character right here. If I can get, let me see. There. Let me see, right there. So you see that you see that alien with the 3 arms?
Yeah.
That's an actual alien from the animated Star Trek series from the I forgot what era, like around the 70s.
No, yeah, I know what you're talking about, because the Doctor from Lower Decks is one of those characters also from the animated series.
Exactly. So I just find it very incredible that we're getting a live action version of that alien.
Yeah.
So, and there's like so many other things that I'm excited for. Like the fact is we're actually going to get they actually show a picture of the Gorn, the alien species that Kirk fought.
Yeah.
The thing is, in Strange New Worlds, they're really building them up as like the big threat of Strange New Worlds. Like for example, when TNG era, the big threat was the Borg.
Right.
In Voyager, I think. Well, I mean, the Borg again, but the other big threat was species 827 or 84. I forgot the name of the aliens. It's this. Let me see, species 847. But anyways, it seems like you. But yeah, but the point I'm trying to make is that the Gorn, they just really built them up to be a big threat to Strange New Worlds. And the fact that, which is funny, because like the last time we remember the Gorn, it was like this big, like this big rubber suit that barely moved. So I'm just excited for this show.
Yeah. No, yeah. I definitely got to sit down and watch it before the new season starts. Because like I said, I've watched like the first, I think the first 2 episodes of season 1, and then the one crossover with Lower Decks. But
yeah.
I watched that Lower Decks episode first, and that's what kind of got me into like, oh yeah, this seems pretty cool. Like, let me check it out.
Yeah.
It just kind of like got lost in the shuffle of like a million other things coming out on television.
Exactly. I get you. But yeah, I highly recommend making some time for it. So
yeah, no, I'm definitely gonna make some time for it. Because Cobra Kai is over, and I don't even have Netflix anymore right now.
Oh
so, yeah.
boy, sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I was using my sister's account, and she kind of cut it off. So I was like, all right, whatever. Which sucks, because I was like also watching Kaneko Man, the new perfect Chojin arc.
Yeah, I was just starting to watch that myself
Yeah, it's good, right?
so far, but I've only gotten no further than the first episode, which is kind of like a big recap of the whole season.
Yeah, well, you kind of need that because, like, if you haven't watched the previous two series or read the manga, like, they kind of just drop you in the middle of the storyline, you know. But no, it's good. It's good.
It's so silly, man.
You know the funny thing is that you say it's so silly, but
I say it lovingly.
no. I wasn't even trying to knock you for saying that. What I was gonna say is this series is a bit more on the serious side. I mean, there is still some humor in it,
Right.
but this is way more serious. This is like we're watching AEW or WWF.
Right.
You know, well, maybe not WF, more like AEW. Like I always feel like AEW is a little bit more serious.
Yes.
But you get the idea. It's like watching an actual wrestling company, you know?
Looking forward to it, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, going back to Strange New Worlds, for me, I highly recommend it. Like I feel when it comes to modern Star Trek, this is probably the best one.
You probably
I would.
Have you watched Lower Decks?
I have watched Lower Decks, and I love Lower Decks just as much.
Yeah, Lower Decks is great.
Yeah, we should sit down and talk about Lower Decks, you know, just to get our thoughts on it. Because like I really did enjoy Lower Decks. I hope, as far as Lower Decks is concerned, even though the series has ended, I really hope they plan a movie.
Yeah, it's either that or like I would love to see like more cameos, like live action wise. Because like I'm sure you know this, but they use the actual voice actors that do the voices on Lower Decks in Strange New Worlds.
Yep. Well, the thing is, I did watch it, so
yeah.
I totally got their the voice actors, the way they acted. It's just the only thing that and this is just me personally, like I gotten so used to how they look in the cartoon that when I saw them in live action, it kind of threw me off a bit. And that's just me personally. That's me personally. So
I get what you're saying because like Boimler doesn't look exactly like Jack Quaid, but like I can see shades of Jack Quaid in Boimler when you see him animated, you know. And it's the same thing with what's her name, Teddy Newsome, the one who plays Mariner.
Yeah,
you know, like like it kind of works. But like, dude, like
I think it's the hair.
Dawn Lewis, her mom.
Yep.
Like, I could totally see the actress that does her voice as the actual like to me there's like a correlation from the live action voice actor to the animated series. Like it looks a lot like the voice actress.
Well, speaking of cameos, for those characters, something tells me we might see them in let me rephrase that. I would like to see them show up in that upcoming Star Trek Academy show that's been greenlit.
That'd be cool.
Like maybe they could come in as a teacher or something to that effect.
Maybe, yeah. I don't know. I mean, this is the first I'm hearing about the Star Trek Academy thing.
Oh, you didn't hear about it?
No.
Like it got recently greenlit. Okay, this is the little details I know of so far. I don't know what time period it's set on, but I believe it's being set around the Picard era.
The show or the captain?
The show.
Okay.
Around that time point. So, because one of the characters that's going to be a teacher is I don't know if it's him or if it's supposed to be the let me think. Because the guy who played the EMH, the doctor, from Voyager,
Picardo.
Yeah, Picardo. He's in it, but I don't know who he's playing.
Right. So we don't know if he's the actual doctor.
Right. The EMH.
The hologram was made based on, or just a hologram, or maybe someone different.
Or maybe the actual guy who created the EMH.
Yeah.
Or it just happens to look like him. But again, I know that he's in it.
Okay. Robert Picardo.
Yep. If he's in it, then I can only assume he might be the EMH doctor.
Yeah.
So that's one rumor. You want me to give you any other Star Trek rumors that I've heard of, just to see
Yeah,
if?
sure, go for it.
Well, Kate Mulgrew is in talks to do a
Okay.
show with Jake. Excuse me, Jane. Kate Mulgrew, the girl who played Captain Janeway,
Yeah.
she's in talks, but we don't know what those talks are.
Okay.
And
Dude, side note,
yes,
totally tangent.
yes,
She has been on episodes of Murder She Wrote with the actor who plays Chakotay on Murder She Wrote. And I just found this out like earlier this week.
like boom.
Yeah, because so the only reason why I know this is because at Museum of Nostalgia,
Yes,
they're like on one television it's usually playing cartoons, and the other
Right.
television is usually playing something live action.
right.
It's usually either like Lassie, Little House on the Prairie, or Murder She Wrote. So there was a day I came in and I'm like, that's Captain Janeway. That's Chakotay. They're on Murder She Wrote.
So, okay, I have two thoughts on this. First thought is, for anyone interested to see what Victor is describing, where's that place again?
Oh, Museum of Nostalgia, 3127 31st Street in Astoria, New York.
So, if anyone's interested to actually see what Victor is describing, feel free to check it out. So, the other thought I have is, from a Star Trek perspective, do you think that this is Chakotay and Janeway going to a holodeck?
You know what? I wish I could say yes, but they only interacted for one episode, and Chakotay was on way more than one episode of Murder She Wrote because he's playing like a priest that gets involved with Angela Lansbury. So not involved, like involved. It's like they cross paths.
Right. Well, I guess Chakotay has a thing playing priest or some crap like that.
I don't know. Whatever.
But speaking of which, if you notice that Strange New Worlds, they're gonna have a holodeck involved in it.
Yeah, that was crazy. Cause like,
and it's also gonna be a murder mystery.
oh boy. I don't know. I don't know about the whole murder mystery thing, but I think it's interesting that there's a holodeck because you never see the holodeck in the original series.
Right.
So, like, did they not have one, or because like this is supposed to be part of the main timeline, right?
Well, okay, I can't confirm or deny it, but I heard rumors that they've already established that anything that's happening with Discovery is an alternate timeline.
Right,
So
but this is
that's
Strange New Worlds.
Yeah, but Strange New Worlds is an extension to it continues from Discovery.
Okay, see that I did not know.
Right, because Spock is related to Michael Burnham.
Okay.
Discovery? Yeah, from Discovery. Michael Burnham is the adopted.
So not blood related, but related.
Yeah, but she's adopted. So, but they constantly keep implying that Michael Burnham is Spock's sister. So, well, not by blood, but
no, I know. I mean, I've watched some of Discovery, so I know who Michael Burnham is.
Right. So, but anyways, let me say. Okay, I will say this: when it comes to the holodeck technology, if you want to have a deep cut when it comes to the technology, who's to say that they're not that Starfleet is not the first to create holodeck technology? Maybe they went to another alien world that has star holodeck technology. So
that's a good point. You got me there, buddy.
Yeah, so because when it comes to shows that are just like 40 to 50, 60 years long, you're bound to constantly keep getting, especially with continuity, you're bound to bump into things. Because like I remember when I'm trying to think when it came to DS9, I was led to believe that Odo was the first changeling, but then because he was supposed to be a rare species, and I thought
Right.
him being a shapeshifter was supposed to be like a new thing. But then I remembered that in TNG there are shapeshifters in TNG, and
Right.
then later on, and then if I go even further, I found out that in Enterprise there's shapeshifters in there too. So
But with Archer Enterprise?
Yeah. Yep.
But that's definitely a different timeline, right?
No, that Archer is the prequel timeline before Kirk.
So definitely part of the main timeline. Okay. Because
You
that's one
see-
thing I really don't know very well about Star Trek. Like, what is part of the main timeline or not?
Okay, well, everything concerning the 90s is part of the timeline.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Everything, including the Enterprise series with Archer. Let me shut this
Okay.
off. But yeah, everything, including Archer, is part of the timeline. The only thing that's not the timeline is the most recent the J.J. Abrams movies.
Right.
And
Is that the Kelvin timeline? I think.
yes,
what they
that's
call
the
it?
Kelvin timeline.
Okay.
So, and now the Discovery series is not part of the canon. So,
Okay. So then there's 3 timelines. The movies,
yes.
right?
Yeah,
Everything from the
Kelvin.
90s, including and the original series, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess
That's the Prime
Discovery
series.
and
yes.
Strange New Worlds is like another timeline.
Yeah, I don't know what
Or
you want to call that
reality,
timeline.
really.
Yeah. Well, I mean, technically it's timeline, but I don't know. Call it Discovery timeline for all I care. So,
Yeah. Okay.
but excuse me. but yeah, like wait, give me a second to collect my thoughts. But yeah, the Strange New Worlds is really good. The Lower Decks I really enjoyed a lot.
Dude, Lower Decks is the only series that I've actually watched, like, basically on the edge of my seat waiting for the next episode. You know? And and the thing is that I don't think a lot of people take it seriously. Because it's like it's a comedy, but it's a really good show.
I couldn't agree with you more. In the beginning, I'm going to be very honest with you. When I first heard about it, I was very concerned,
Yeah.
but it did impress me as time went by. Like the more episodes I watched, I was like, wow, this is actually pretty good. I was, like at the same time, I still look at it as a cartoon, but I also look at it as like a love letter to TNG and the sillier parts of TNG. And then it made me realize that there's a lot of weird stuff that happened in TNG and they never addressed it. So
Yeah. I mean, honestly, like I feel like Lower Decks is like kind of edges out a lot of the other Star Trek series because they could do so much more with animation compared to live action.
right.
Like with the live action series, you can do stuff
Just costs more
nowadays because
money.
of computers, exactly, but it's going to be more expensive. So if you have like an animated series like Lower Decks, like the only limit is your imagination.
Right. But I just feel my favorite thing about Lower Decks is when they introduced the Tamarian. Okay, he's the alien that speaks in metaphors.
Oh, the bird guy?
Yep.
No. Yeah.
No,
he's
that's
like-
the bird
Oh,
guy. That's
not
the
bird guy. Oh.
he's the therapist.
Right.
The Tamarian, he's the one with all the bumps on his head, and he always speaks, but the way he speaks is like again, he speaks in metaphor. Like he would say like
He's got like brown skin and spots.
Yeah, just brown skin and spots. So he always say Shaka, the walls fell, or something like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Because he's based on one of my favorite aliens from the TNG era, which is Tamarians.
Oh, okay.
And I love that character because of the way he speaks.
Yeah.
Like where he speaks, like where he doesn't really say actual sentences. He'll say like say Dre when the rise fell or something like that. And
yeah,
I like that alien so much that I actually take the time to actually pause the episodes and actually try to figure out what is he trying to say.
Yeah. See, and that's a great thing about Lower Decks. It's like, no pun intended, but there's a lot of deep cuts in that series that like I didn't get, but I still managed to enjoy it because it was that well written.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, because like I'm sure you realize I'm kind of a casual fan when it comes to Star Trek.
Right. Right.
You know, like even like in like I'm more casual of a Star Trek fan than I am of a Star Wars fan because I I'd be the first to admit I know a lot about Star Wars, but I think I'm still pretty much considered a casual fan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I don't know everything.
Yeah, I'm kind of like in that same boat. Like I do know a lot, but I just don't feel comfortable saying I'm a big Star Wars fan.
Yeah.
But I would say, uh, when it comes to Star Trek, I still feel I'm a Trekkie, not a Trekker. Regardless of how much I've invested my emotions on
Yeah.
Star Trek, that I still consider myself a Trekkie. Like, because I mean, you know the terminology between Trekkie and Trekker, right?
I always forget.
Okay, Trekkers, they're the diehards. Like they
Right.
know everything about Star Trek.
Right.
And Trekkies, they're considered casuals.
Yeah. Okay.
So, and I'm not mocking a Trekker. Like
Oh no, I
I
know you're
wish I
not.
was a Trekker.
Yeah.
In some cases, I wish I had the strength to be a Trekker, but I'm happy being a Trekkie, regardless of how much I love Star Trek. So,
Yeah. I mean, honestly, like if you think about it, like you can't be like a well, I'm gonna use the term Trekkie or Trekker.
mhm,
You can't be a Trekker for everything. Like you could be a Trekker for one thing, not necessarily Star Trek. So
right,
not necessarily a
or Die
Trekker.
Hard. I
But
guess it's Die
right,
Hard.
but yeah, I guess we'll go with the word diehard, yeah. You know? Because like, dude, there's I mean like I've known you for like over 30 years now. Have a pretty good idea of what you like and what you don't like.
Hmm.
And you like a lot of things. I like a lot of things.
Right.
You know, and like I honestly, despite the fact that I've known you for so long, I honestly I'm not sure what you like the most of, but I can speak for myself when I say I'm more likely a trekker for not Star Wars,
Die
excuse
Hard.
me,
Yeah.
or diehard for Transformers than I am for anything else.
Yeah.
You know?
Hmm. Hmm. Of course, and there's nothing wrong with it. Like,
No.
well, look, the way I look at it is just like I feel like there's some cases where it almost, like, especially when it comes to the fandom and community, it's like there's almost like a sense of a bragging right, saying I'm a biggest fan of this. This is the reason why I'm a big fan. I know all this crap, or I own every thing of everything, or something like. But you get what I mean by that. So
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's a lot of like chest puffing, you know, if you know what I mean.
right,
You know, it's like it's just a lot of like unnecessary bragging. It really is,
yes,
if you ask me. I mean, if
there's
you have a lot of something and you want to, share that with other people,
or like some
fine. But if you
measuring
just want to like go
contest.
ahead and brag about it, like, that's where like you're kind of being a douche.
Yes, so it's a
You know?
measuring contest, to put it
Yeah,
lightly.
it's a penis measuring contest, and so who needs that?
Right,
We all
right,
have
right.
penises for the most part.
Yes. I guess it's the bleeping section of the channel.
This is why I make sure that I mark every episode
Yes,
with
yes,
it's not
yes.
suitable for kids.
But in any case, I mean, but you bring up an interesting topic, because like it doesn't become fun if I brag how big a fan I am. So
Well, yeah, because then people are gonna resent you and they're gonna think you're a jerk.
right,
I mean,
exactly.
and if anything, you could just prove, like who you are with what you know by just like not necessarily like bringing it up to bringing it up, but
Right.
like if you're talking about it and you know something, you say something about it,
Yeah. It's
and
just
then
sharing the
people would
love.
recognize that you know your stuff.
It's sharing the love. That's the way I look at it.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that which is the reason why I'm excited for you, like for discovering, I mean, for watching Strange New Worlds.
Yeah.
Like I'm being very real with you. I am so excited for you to watch the show, and I hope
Thanks.
you get, like, in some cases I'm a little envious because you're gonna get a chance to
Kinda like-
enjoy the show.
Yeah.
I mean, granted,
For
I
the
had
first
that
time.
for the
Yeah.
first time. Like,
Yeah.
that's how much I enjoy the Strange New Worlds, because like I feel it brings back the spirit of what Star Trek fans are looking for. So
Yeah, no, it definitely has that like original series type of vibe to it.
yep,
You know.
it's got Rebecca Romaine.
And she's coming back as Mystique.
Oh right.
Yeah, Doomsday, buddy. Doomsday.
Yeah, I'm trying my best to stay away from Doomsday.
Was the chair trailer enough for you?
No, I didn't even see the chair trailer. That's why I'm avoid, because I don't know. I'm being stung by this whole spoiler issue. I'm trying to avoid it as much as I can because I feel like my how to describe it. I want to be surprised when I see all these cameos because
Yeah.
I'm kidding, because like based on our discussions we've had about
Doomsday?
no, not Doomsday, the Brave New World, Captain America, that I'm kind of at that point where I wish they never tell me who's showing up.
Well, you know what?
I know it's unavailable.
First of all, I understand where you're coming from. I really do.
Mhm.
Like, it's got me more excited. That chair trailer's got me more excited about it.
Right.
But I understand where you're coming from, and I
Yes.
respect it.
I'm already excited.
I just want to add that that wasn't everyone, right? Like, despite the fact that you don't know who else was named, more or less, in that trailer,
Right.
there are more people that they haven't announced, and this is at this point this is known. Like there have been reports of like other people signing on to do the movie, and I'm not gonna say who, but I already knew anyway. Like, not necessarily like I knew like because I know like somebody told me. It's just because I just know in my heart like that's not the complete list of everyone that's in the movie.
Yep. I know the feeling, but I'm kind of at that point where I want to be as surprised as possible. So chances are I might avoid watching the trailers. Period.
Then what are we going to talk about when it comes out?
We'll see. That's all I could say.
Yeah, we'll see.
That's all I could say, man. On that note, maybe we should call it a night.
Yeah, we're running a little long, but that's fine.
Yeah, I felt we should have cut it off sooner, but it's just like I was just enjoying this conversation. So.
Exactly. That's what we're here for.
So, anyway, for the love of the fandoms, stay. God, I can't remember. Forgot the closing line. Stay awesome. Stand tall and be amazing.
Also, be excellent to each other. Like, share, subscribe.
There you go.